Hey guys, go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. We just had a whole big tray full of Valentinas here, stuffed to the gills, but we're rocking. We're doing a show today.
By request.
Yeah.
So these dickholes are coming in to talk about night vision goggles.
By request.
They
from
wanted
the audience?
They wanted barbecue. They're not so. You know how people from different parts of the country be like, "Oh yeah, we have barbecue here too."
Yeah.
And the way I ridicule them. Now, you guys are from New Hampshire. They don't do barbecue. Up there,
They don't do anything up there.
We got barbecue, but it's
There's like apples and shit up there.
Yeah, what's on your license plate there? New Hampshire's for rape? Is that still the state?
No, it's a dude stuffing
logo?
apples up his ass. I think.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool, yeah. I don't think I've met anybody from New Hampshire. Am I even saying that right? Is it New Hampshire?
Nope.
Or New Hampshire?
No, they're not hobbits.
I don't know. Looking at the
he
two
might
of them,
be.
look at these guys.
He was mad that we were assuming his gender earlier, so he could be like a hobbit. He could be a trans hobbit.
Anybody who does night vision for a living, chances are you're a fucking hobbit.
That's a good point.
You're in the
actually.
dark all the time, just kind of
That's a good point.
Hey, man.
looking for shit, you know?
so it's funny up there. People do call it the Shire. So
Yeah.
you're right on point. You're right
The
on point.
Shire. Do they really?
Yeah, they do. They do.
I kind of like that.
The Shire.
Kind of like it. I don't
I'm
know.
from the Shire. Oh,
Take pride
New
in it.
Hampshire? Oh, yeah. Yeah. What even goes on up in New Hampshire?
It's the south of the north. People call it that.
The south of the north.
Yeah,
What does that
so
mean?
Everything people do down in the south of the United States, it's the little spot up there that you can do the same shit and get away with it.
Okay. What are we talking about? Meth, coke?
Yep.
Alligators all jacked up on steroids?
We don't have alligators.
No, they're
I think
actually.
they would
You saw
die.
us testing all the gators up there.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Man, they're all in the protocol.
Well,
now?
they lost a bunch of revenue because UFC cut them off. Now they're making it back up by testing all the gators.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell everybody the name of your company.
Nocturn Industries.
Okay. And you guys do night vision?
Yes. So we design and manufacture night vision equipment and accessories.
Okay. And
Propane accessories, right? He was quoting Hank Hill and trying to be slick about it.
Wow.
But you can't get shit past me.
No,
I'm hopped up on all kinds of fucking drugs, dude.
Sure is, dude. He was smoking crack in a bathtub earlier.
Oof.
Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston.
Sure was, dude.
Here's the difference. I'm smart. I don't fill it up with fucking water.
Yeah, he lived. He lived, and he was able to do the show today. How do you even start something like this? Were you guys in the military originally?
Nope,
No,
no.
sir.
So we started this as a hobby. So this was something we just got into, found it interesting. I've been into firearms my entire life, and my background in my career is firearms.
Okay.
Engineer for a firearms company. I was previously, and naturally the segue into night vision is usually through defense, self-defense.
Yeah. What kind of engineering on firearms did you? What particular style of weapon did you engineer? I guess, or was it a part? Was it like a triggers, or what did you do?
So I was an R&D engineer at Sig Sauer. So I worked on AR type rifles, MCX. I worked on a machine gun there, which won the Army contract. Really good team of people there. Did a lot of hard work on that.
Yeah, we like Sig.
Yeah, and what year was your first school shooting? Because you definitely look like one. Without you swapped a hoodie for a trench coat, and I like that. Thank you for that today. But
Well, it's 2023, right?
it sure is.
When in Rome.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly.
blend in.
Kidding, but with that, like with night vision in particular, one has to ask, hey, dude, who were you spying on initially? What was her name? Whose mom was it? How old was she? How old were you? And what did you actually see?
Never partook in any of that.
That's
but,
bullshit. You've never seen one titty with a night vision goggles on?
No, actually, no, I haven't.
It's got to be a
kinda
kink, right?
Oh yeah, well,
it
banging with both people are wearing night vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a kink, right?
It's got to be.
It's got to be. Bob, is that on Pornhub? Is night vision on Pornhub?
Well, yeah, night
It has to be.
If you,
Rule 34.
If you search, yeah, exactly.
Find anything.
But if you search for it, it's going to be filmed with a night vision camera, not necessarily two people wearing nods banging each other.
Nope. There's definitely clips online of people doing that.
Let's find
See,
it,
now
Bob.
he was trying to say he wasn't into weird shit, and now he's exposed.
Oh,
himself.
no, we get exposed to everything.
I know that,
knew.
Jeff.
Yeah,
we run a Facebook group that has 18,000 plus members, and we see like
All of it.
everything.
Yeah, all of it.
Any kind of mill spec community of any sort is going to have a bunch of fucking weirdos in it. Mm-hmm. As we know, because that's the bulk of our community as well. Obviously.
Yeah, and then for Bob, this is Pornhub Fridays for him. He loves it. So this is his chance to kind of catch back up. Holy shit, dude.
Okay, so one of those
Look
was
at
actually
that.
through not. Whoa, what the hell?
Yo.
Whoa. Whoa.
He found it.
Got to
Yeah,
get
I-
past this 5-sec commercial there, but then we're going to get into this. Because here's what I'm going to ask you. I want you to watch this porn, and then I want you to tell me what type of equipment they're using.
Well, that's a digital camera.
Well, it's also a penis. It's also a huge penis there, and that's a digital camera, so there's no night vision.
I
on
don't
that?
think the dick is that huge. I think it's just forced perspective.
It's uncirced.
He
it's
is.
uncirced,
He
for
is.
sure.
He's showing you how an uncirced wiener works.
Yeah, look at that thing. My God.
In the dark.
man.
Yeah, in the dark, obviously. Well, you need to see it in the dark.
This guy's got a lot of casing on that sausage.
Yeah, he sure does, dude. My God. I just don't know how you find that attractive. Are you guys uncirced? Either one of you? Not that you'd admit it now.
Got it done there. Good
You're
old-fashioned
being
way.
real quiet over here, homeboy. What about
I
you?
am, man.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You're
No. He's
No,
saying
I'm not circumcised.
Whoa, you're not circumcised?
Yeah,
because
there you
it
go.
sounds like you're not circumcised.
I am, sir.
Okay.
I'll show you.
All right, I'm gonna need to
Fuck
see
yeah,
that
let's do
dick.
that.
I'm gonna
Let's
need
do
to
that
see
after
dick.
the
Are we on
show.
Yeah, after the
Patreon
show.
today? I'm gonna need to see that dick for proof. Not a lot of times that I get to ask for it, but I'm glad it happened now.
Well, he actually offered before you
Oh
asked.
yeah, we do have
We
night
can shut the
vision,
lights
so-
off and
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You do
it
have
out.
night vision. How far away does this shit work?
I mean,
pretty far.
infinite.
Yeah.
Quote infinite. I mean, so think about it like this: the stars are infinitely far away, as in regard to optical senses. So you can see the stars, which is extremely far away. So.
I mean, it collects light, just like your eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
So as far away as you can see light with your eyeball. Now this dude's fully ejaculated.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to where you said this was a huge dick. It's obviously a micropene.
Well, look, it
'Cause
was
he's-
forced perspective. It was a huge
Yeah.
head, and then everything else.
Well, it's not huge. It's just really close up. It's how they used to shoot aliens back in the day. It was just like a bug, but super close up. And now,
It's
Look
like
at-
Paul Rudd and Ant-Man.
Look how close the pubes are to the head here. This is short shaft.
That's an unfortunate human there. And maybe his wife and/or girlfriend. That's the only way she'll touch it if it's in the night.
I also can't imagine why this is still on the goddamn screen, Bob.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's really blasted right in front of us, Bob.
large.
Computers
Ironically,
Full
the
screen it.
video does say Cyber Bob.
Oh,
Double
this is
O.
Bob's account.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of froze. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of pulled it up.
Bob
a
is
little
just
quick.
like over the years been secretly showing us his own dick. It's just like some weird power move.
Yeah, he got to it pretty quick.
Or when this is all over, he's just like, "Cool, man." But guess what? You've been looking at my dick for the last 15 years.
You can't fire. You
Deuces.
can't fire me. I quit. By the way, you've seen my hog a bunch.
You've seen me jack off 38 times over the last fucking year. Fuck you guys. So you can see the stars. Can you see any planets,
So
constellations, all that other stuff?
you can see the Andromeda galaxy a lot better under night vision than you can with your naked eye. You can see on a really dark night, you can see it with the naked eye, but it's hard. With night vision, it's super easy. Which is, for those of you that don't know, the Andromeda galaxy is like our sister galaxy to the Milky Way. All the stars in the sky are in the Milky Way. This is a whole nother dense section of the sky of like stars in the sky.
Same with
It's another
satellite
galaxy.
shooting stars.
Oh yeah, you see satellites like crazy. It's you look up and you're seeing 3, 4, 5 at a time.
No shit.
Yeah, all of Starlink, you can see it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And how much do these typically go for? Usually you have the binoculars, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It'll depend on the build. So there's different components that can go inside of here. It can range from $6,000 up to $12,000.
Well, let's talk about the components.
Holy
so
shit.
the part that you guys specialize in is the housing, right?
Yes.
And this is the lightest set of bino nods that I've ever held in my hand, to be honest. I mean,
How much does it weigh?
That one there, is that the...
Not much.
It's around a pound.
Yeah,
that's,
like
that's
2 pounds maybe.
Roughly 14.8 ounces.
So 1 pound.
Yeah.
So
That's ridiculous.
The industry gold standard is the PVS 31 Alpha from L3. That is about 15.9 ounce, so 1 pound. So everyone now the competing thing is, okay, who can be lighter, who can be more durable, who can have a better price.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
But
there's
only and you can. I want you to talk more about this because I don't think the average consumer knows. There's a couple of types and sources for tubes, and that's pretty much it, right? I mean, like.
Yeah, there's 3 major manufacturers of image tubes, which is the thing that does the magic inside. It takes in photons or light, turns it into electrons, multiplies the electrons, and then turns them back into photons. And you see an amplified image, essentially. That's the basic way to put it.
It's the same thing that a fucking sound amplifier does, but it does it for light waves.
Yes.
That's it. It's amplifying a wave, sound wave, light wave. Same general idea.
And so there's L3 Harris.
These are L3, right?
I'm not sure what they installed in there.
I don't
But there's
remember either.
L3, there's Elbit, and there's Photonis. Those are the 3 major manufacturers. L3 is owned by the U.S. company, L3 Harris. Elbit Systems is it's a U.S. company, but it's owned by a foreign company. Those are the only 2 that manufacture in the U.S. currently. Photonis is made over in Europe. All
Is
allied
it
countries.
Germany or Belgium or some shit?
Belgium.
France, I
and
believe.
Is it France?
I
Okay.
believe, yeah.
Yep.
They have 2. I think they have two places they
facilities, yeah.
manufacture.
Okay.
And then there's other companies as well. There's Harder Digital in Germany.
Yep.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
then there's NNVT, which is a Chinese company, I believe. That's older, like Gen 2 technology. They're okay, but it's again Chinese technology. And then there's like Russian companies.
Yeah. Those are weird, though. I mean, and so you said Gen 2. What generation are we on now? And what's the difference between? Because the first ones I ever used were 7 Deltas back in the day.
Okay, yeah.
And
So those were Gen 3.
if I like, I'm infantry, so I'm running around. I fucking plant my weapon in the ground and go down to the prone position, and my head tilts a certain direction, and the goddamn thing turns off. I get washed out by light. The goddamn thing turns off. It's like, all right, cool. Well, this is starting to become a problem. It's more of a hindrance than it is a help.
Touching on that, that's part of what we've done with our systems is because of those things, we've omitted some features to prevent that kind of stuff from happening.
Yeah,
But,
like you want to give the operator as much control as possible over that device.
Exactly.
obviously.
Or make it as simple as possible where they don't have to do anything and it does what they need to do.
That's basically
That's
kind of what we try and do is incorporate like actual user feedback into the product instead of kind of just being an engineer sitting at a desk somewhere doing something, going A to B.
Yeah. Well, look, you don't want to listen to the people that actually use the equipment.
Well, you do.
No, you don't.
No,
You don't want to listen to anybody. Listen to yourself. Believe in yourself and no one else. That's what my grandfather used to say. And then I would sniff his bicycle seat after a 15-mile ride.
Because that's the aroma of a winner.
It is. It sure was. I'm smelling the taint of a goddamn winner that day. And then it helped me achieve the goals that I achieved. Yes, I was 8 years old, but you can never start too young.
Yeah. You think you could grow a
Sniffing your
mustache
grandfather's
like
bicycle
that
seat.
without sniffing your grandfather's?
Sure couldn't.
I mean, come on, man.
Sure the fuck couldn't, friend. I mean, look at this goddamn thing. This is like 4 days. And it's incredible right now. It's coming in
That's pretty
very,
quick
very
growth.
powerful. Thank you very much. Bless you for saying that, dude. You're too kind. You're too sweet to me. How many hours a day do you guys spend in the fucking dark?
Same as everyone.
Depends on the day, but a lot.
You have to, right? If you're running a night vision company, one would think, all right, well, shit, you're in the. We live in this goddamn studio, so Dan and I don't know what the outside world really looks like. Monday
That's how
through
I
Friday, dead serious. And then when I go home on the weekends, and I've said this before on the show, I feel like I'm borderline retarded. Because I've been in here 5 days a week and we're doing 3-4 shows a day. And then I get back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have nothing to do. And then usually the first show on Monday I'm terrible at because I have mad chilled over the weekend. And for you guys, I would have to imagine it's the same way because you would spend so much time in the dark and then you get off probably at night. And then you're back at it again. How much daylight do you guys even see?
Not as much as I'd like to, but yeah, we do. We work long hours. It can be difficult sometimes, especially in the winter. We go in and it's daylight when I get in there, but it's I'm working personally. I usually work till 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2 in the morning. We have a guy that he works at night a lot. He does shipping and receiving and invoicing during the day, and then at night he's doing builds. And one of the extra steps we take as a company, instead of just relying on the device we have, it's a machine called a collimator. We can set our infinity focus there, but that isn't as accurate as if we go outside and actually set it to a distant point of light like a star. So we make sure that it's done it's set to like actual use. The user will take it and it'll be set properly. So when you rotate that front lens to the stopping point, it will be in focus on a star. Anywhere past that, it's useless. On the machine, it can be a little past there. It's close enough, but it's not crisp. It's not perfect. So we take the extra step to do that, and then we have to work at night to do that because we have to go outside.
Yeah. So basically, you're not getting any vitamin D ever, right?
No, not as much as I should.
No. Look, take one of these. Take some of these first forms, all right?
Supplements.
Yeah, take those microfactors, Doc, because if not, he's almost see-through right now.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm totally kidding. But do you guys set up targets and things other than stars to look at? Like, all right, here's a fucking dead goat, and we're going to place it 400 yards away from the shop.
Well,
how accurately can we see inside this goddamn thing?
We're right on the outskirts of town, so I don't think that would go over too well with the local
Which town do you refer of there in the Shire?
Exeter, New Hampshire.
Never heard of it. How is it this time of year?
Cold.
It's cold. It's not
Never
too
would have
bad.
guessed.
It's not too bad, but
Never
it's
would've
cold. Colder than here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's nice out right now here.
Yeah, it's gorgeous out here. Shocker. But for you guys, is there things that you set up, like, in the distance and all that other stuff to test it out besides stars? Because, I mean, I would imagine not a lot of people are buying this just looking at stars. They're probably out murdering things.
Yes.
So let's get to the hardcore murder of shit.
So we don't have to set anything up outside. There are multiple natural items out there that we can use as points of reference, which is good for us. If we were in,
Do you have like a range card?
no, we don't. So for setting infinity and stuff, we don't really have to have.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So
yeah.
the best reference point is actually a star. That's why we use it.
Yeah, but you're not shooting a star.
No, but if it's in focus on a star, you're at your infinity focal point, which is, that's the focal point you need for anything operationally. If you're shorter than that, you're not actually going to see things at distance.
Okay.
As a clear image. So you want to be set at that point.
I got you. Do you guys ever get any reviews where it was like, hey, big fan, just want to let you know I murdered 4 people to your equipment, and they didn't expect it. It was awesome, and then I kind of just bounced.
For the defense and law enforcement guys, yes.
Yeah,
we have. I've received some interesting photos from people.
Derek Chauvin?
Allegedly.
I'm kidding.
That was during the day.
Yeah.
Nothing that anyone actually did, but images of things that have happened that aren't publicly available, and it really brings to light how real what we do is.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And like the stuff that's going on overseas, that people don't realize how bad it really is. Like when we were pulling out of the Middle East recently,
Afghanistan?
yeah, and when the whole thing was going on at the airport there, when everybody was trying to get out of there, there were dudes over there operating, not officially, and
Yeah, they're all friends of ours.
they were trying to save people who were stuck, who couldn't
Yeah.
get out, and they were going over there. I believe it was ISIS was just offing people, beheading people, and I received images of that, and it just really was like, oh my God, what we're doing is real, and it's helping people who otherwise will end up like this.
So with those images, are you able to screenshot it through the night vision? Forgive me because I haven't been out there.
No,
I mean,
no.
Anthony, you have obviously.
Unfortunately,
Well, there are some, like you can, the PVS 31 has a PDA that comes with it where you can take pictures and shit like that, but that's like,
yeah, that's an attachment.
yeah, it's an attachment.
It's not built into
it's
the
a
goggle.
peripheral. It's not
I
part
would
of the...
definitely get that. I want to see what I've killed. You know?
Well, it's mostly for sending data reports back to the TOC, not to take pictures of people you beheaded.
Not that, right? For me personally, okay? I want to blow up a fucking elephant. I know it's a weird dream, probably unachievable. But I want to do it at night, and I want to watch that fucker explode from the inside out.
Oh, so you're going to put the charge inside of the animal.
I want to put a goddamn suicide vest on one of those things
okay.
and then videotape it through the nods, right? Through the shit and watch this thing explode at night.
Well, I guess this is the question. How do you get the elephant to convert to Islam?
I think it's pretty easy. You got to radicalize them. So I would give them a Twitter page.
Through prayer.
I start through Twitter and then I go to prayer.
You got to cut the pork off, though.
Yep, you sure do.
Like, he's got to stop eating pork. I don't know what elephants eat, but that's got to go.
They're very smart. So I imagine it's going to take me 2 or 3 years to radicalize one.
Yeah.
Because I think most of them are Christian by nature. And I'm going to have to switch that and then figure it out.
I think the way to do it is to dress up in like a U.S. military uniform and then kill the mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, point blank.
Just with like a fucking claymore or something, right?
Sure.
And you're like, hey, you got to get these guys back.
Yeah.
And then you fucking suicide.
One of the
Fire
baby
vessel
ones, one of those baby elephants. Because they're still big. It's like a half a ton.
Yeah, I know, but like you wanted to get full size. I'm just saying, kill his mom in front of him when he is a baby,
Right.
And then say like,
and then radicalize them and then wait.
yeah, America, fuck yeah, or pay somebody to do that, and then you come in later, Muhammad Jihad, whatever, and this.
And then I want to put the full rag on him. I want to raghead
yeah.
that fucking elephant too. Whoa, what? I don't want to strap I want to strap an AK around its neck just to make it feel like it's real, like they're in control of their own destiny, and I'm not going to blow
They were
them
a
up
threat
later.
to your life.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
dude, they
yeah,
were
they
coming
were.
right for us.
Yeah.
You see them, and then you see later on, you see an elephant like cutting somebody's head off with his tusk.
Yeah.
Tusking that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Just swings the AK around with his trunk.
Fuck yeah, because you could sharpen up a tusk, right? And then just start beheading other elephants. I wanted to fully get engaged into Islam and everything else, and then I want to blow this thing up later and kind of save that village, wherever it is, you know? 'Cause it's going to be in Africa. And that's partially because I want to be a hero, and then I want them to build me a statue there, and I want to go back and visit, kind of be their white savior and everything else. Secondary dream.
Is it just
Blowing up the
you?
elephant.
It's you standing there, and you're just holding the elephant head.
Yep.
This wasn't you?
That one.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, boy.
Wait, why would they put crackers in a fucking? Wait, by crackers they mean like?
Firecrackers.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
it was white people.
Yeah, I thought they meant
It
white
was
people.
white people, and you
And
said
now I'm
crackers
sad.
there. Yeah.
Wait, who would do that?
That is awful.
Someone in India.
There's horrible people out in the world, dude. There's horrible people
Well,
out in the world.
you're clearly one of them.
No. This is like I'm gonna feed the elephant, take care of it. It's a long game for me, like SeaWorld. So the other day we got this is a true story.
Oh boy.
we got hit up for Hard AF Seltzer for being inside of
This stuff's
SeaWorld.
good, by the way.
Thank you very
Really
much.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. So my agent was on the phone, and I go, "Hey, dude, I didn't know SeaWorld was still going, like for real. I'd watched the documentary on was it CNN or Netflix or whatever it was, the Blackfish, and I walk in. So their sales are disgusting, and I walk in and I go, "Hey, D'Anthony, just got off the phone with SeaWorld," and he goes, "Nope." And then that was the end of the conversation, right? And I go, "Hear me out," because I was a big SeaWorld fan as a kid. Really was.
Yeah, most kids are.
I got swept up in the magic of it.
I can't deal with a company that victimizes life.
But they bring so much joy, though, to children. When I got soaked by Shamu, I mean, I was in the splashdown zone. I don't know if you've been. It's the first 20 rows there. Oh, it's great.
I'm familiar, but I haven't been.
Very great. Have you been to Gallagher? You've been to a Gallagher concert, the comedian?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been. I know who he is.
Yeah,
I
Smashing
got it.
Watermelons.
Yep.
You're also
Yep.
in that splash zone there
Or like
for
Blue
about the
Man
first
Group.
20. Blue Man Group, yeah, you're going to get blue jizz all over your face. That's just something they do in Vegas, though. They don't do that on the road.
They
21 and
travel
up
now.
show. Yeah. Oh, do they really?
Yeah, they did a show in Boston. I think last year, or the year before.
Imagine Blue Man jizz all over his white chest. It's super white. This guy does not go out at night at all. It
All
would be-
over his uncircumcised penis, too.
God, it would be all over his uncirced penis, all over his chest, and he just got blued. You just got blued. And then they walk away. But I wanted to do SeaWorld. He said no. But that's the thing is, like, I think with the whales, they're doing them a favor. Like, you couldn't get killed every day by great whites. You get fed by hot girls running around. People swim with you. You get fucking rubbed.
Nothing hunts an orca except human beings.
Is that true, Bob?
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
Orcas
I'm pretty sure that's
fuck
true.
everything. Right now, they're sinking boats
Yeah, in
off
Spain.
Gibraltar.
Show me a boat, dude. I want to
Yep.
see an orca take down a boat.
So what had happened was a boat ran into an orca, and then that orca attacked that boat, and then several months later, schools of orcas started attacking
No
boats.
fucking way.
They're smart as fuck, dude.
Orcas are very smart.
I like it. Pop it up on screen here.
I mean, but
That's great. Good. They should have their revenge.
Here's why I like it. All you got to do is stay out of the goddamn water.
Yeah.
They're not growing legs anytime soon.
No.
Not in my lifetime, anyways.
They're also like total psychopaths in terms of hunting. They've now started seeing them like trapping other more helpless whales, not orcas, just like other types of whales. And they won't really kill it. They'll just rip their tongues out.
Kind of
They'll
fuck
just
with
eat
it.
their tongues out. They've been finding them eating the livers out of great white sharks and then just
Well, that's the most nutrient
Yeah.
organ.
And
right?
those tongues are sweet, dude. I would take a taxidermy one and put that on my wall. They're fucking huge, dude.
They're just trying to get revenge for Tillicum.
Yeah.
For what?
Tillicum. Everybody knows the legend of Tillicum.
What the fuck is that?
He's the SeaWorld
SeaWorld.
Oh,
Yeah.
orca that killed like 4 people.
Oh.
Yeah. A big body count for
The
Tillicum.
one where they bought it and it already had a giant scar on its head. Like, yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah. They were like, hop on in there, Cindy.
He's got like Cholo gang tattoos on his flippers and shit.
Yeah. He was, MS-13 or something like that, I think.
Yeah. He spent some time down in that prison.
He
Yeah.
sure did. And then he was able to get out.
Well, he started off performing for the inmates and then he became one of them.
And that's how it happens.
It happens. It's a story, a tale as old as time.
Would you ever date a prison guard? I saw this thing last night where this prison guard chick was, trying to pretend like she was normal. And I was like, in an all-dude prison.
I haven't seen a hot one, so no.
I kind of did last night. I was watching Welcome to Wrexham.
Can you pick the... Oh, was it on a commercial or some shit?
So actually I didn't know this because I'm behind on the Hulu or the FX show with Rob McElhaney and Ryan Reynolds. I love the show, gigantic fan of it, and I'm just trying to catch back up. But I didn't know they had a female team out there, and the power forward for not power forward, whatever the fucking center is. She was a prison guard, and as soon as she was walking around with all these dudes in this fucking prison, I was like, man, she's got to be a psychopath. No normal girl. She looks normal.
There's something wrong.
She's attractive enough, right? But I was like, no normal girl is just going to go into a prison with a bunch of dudes who are in there for 20 years, 1,100 dudes.
What country?
Ireland. Or no, where are they at? Wales?
Neither in Wales.
Wales, yeah. That's it.
I mean, what are the
Yeah.
prisons like there?
Like a
Pop her up on
retirement
screen.
home
Oh,
or-
No. So they showed her inside the prison at her job.
Dude,
it looks like an American prison.
This is not a hot woman.
She's good enough.
No.
We can't ask you about anyone, dude.
On
There's no one you find attractive.
If you had been in the wilderness for 50 years, maybe.
There's no one you find attractive. I can't do that. Bob,
There are
give me
many
an
people I
Bob
find
can give an
attractive.
honest rating here.
Listen, this is a Scottish 7, all right?
Yes, I agree. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
How does
yeah.
that math work?
Scotland.
That's it.
What's that in New York?
Oh, have you
New York?
watched? Oh, New York. That's
It's a
probably
3.
yeah. That's a
It's a
4.
3.
It's a 4 in New York.
Yeah,
but
she lives under the subway.
She's not allowed to live in New York.
I think you guys have to understand what it's like in those countries. Like, yeah, you're lucky to bring this home.
I mean, she's fit at least, right?
Yeah, she's jacked because she's the center there. But they showed her in there in the prison. I told my wife as this was going on, I was like, she's got to be a psychopath. They cut to footage later. She's scoring like 4 goals. And she was like, most people think it's crazy working in a prison, but, I think it's a normal job and these people need to be rehabilitated. She goes out and starts scoring goals and she goes, but on the field, I love violence. And I was like, oh, shit. She was like, this is where my rage comes out. And I was like, I fucking knew it, dude, you little psychopath. I can see one of you guys dating a prison guard. Which one is it?
It's definitely not me.
Are you married?
No, I have a girlfriend.
Oh, you have a girlfriend. What does she do?
She's a prison guard.
She is an accountant, basically.
She's an accountant?
Yes.
Why are you saying it so softly? Are you guys doing illegal shit together?
No, she doesn't work for us.
She doesn't work for you?
No. The books are clean.
She works for an agency with 3 letters?
No, a landscaping company.
She do gutters?
No, she does
you
the
need
books.
gutters?
I need somebody.
She does the books
I'll
for a
get your
landscaping
girlfriend up
company.
on a ladder if you want that, she does the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
He
yeah,
said she was a
she's
goddamn
an
accountant.
Well,
What do you think she's doing?
in your spare time, you kind of got to do what you love.
Pushing the mowers. but
Yeah, I didn't
doing-
know if she was just
doing
like,
the
look.
books at the same time.
Wait, doesn't that mean
I love the
an
smell of grass.
autistic assassin, the accountant?
It does. Every single TV show, it's always Does she have autism?
No.
Okay.
Does she kill people?
No, definitely not.
Hope not.
Well, yeah, not that I know of.
Dan will test her for autism.
I don't know
never
how
know
to do
these
that.
days.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything, dude.
I just throw flour up in the air, and if enough of it lands on her, autistic.
Like LeBron James?
Oh yeah, 100% like LeBron James. That's what he's doing before the game every day.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So with your company, how big can this get?
Well, it depends on if we get a big contract or not. That's really the make or break. So if you get a large military contract, be it foreign or domestic, that can put you into a whole new tier.
Yep.
So if like Hamas calls, huge.
That's on call waiting,
It's
and you're
funny
like, oh
that
shit.
Israel, the whole thing in Israel has been, we get calls from all these different companies, and they're like, yeah, we need this many systems like right now, and then no one books an order. It's just because they're all going to try to get the same contract from the same place.
Yeah. Any conflicts, same thing with
It's
Ukraine.
the same, yeah.
Is that a good time for business though during conflicts?
For someone, whoever gets that one deal, but everybody shops around and then no one actually ever buys. The problem is the availability. They're like, we need 2,000 systems right now or 5,000 systems right now. And you're like, okay, I don't have 10,000 image tubes in stock to just ship you in 2 weeks.
Well, I will say this: it's very similar to most companies when you're selling some form of good, even seltzer, right? With Hard AF, you're hoping for that one massive grocery chain, like a Kroger or a Harris Teeter or a Publix or whatever your grocery store is. And if you get it, great, it's off to the races. But it's the same thing. At least I will say this: at least the grocery stores will give you 3 to 4 months to get that product in.
Yeah.
They don't need, a million cans overnight, which is nice. But I would imagine what you guys are doing, shit's going to pop off tomorrow and you're like, hey, we need it ASAP,
Yeah,
bro.
it's when there's a conflict, that's when that happens. Like right now, what's going on. If it's a big military contract, such as the Army has the Night Vision Next program coming up, which is basically a program to replace or supplement the PVS-14 with a binocular instead of a monocular. That's going to get awarded in like 2026, I think, was when they're expecting the first deliveries for that.
Okay.
So that's a new, it's been going on for a couple of years, but the actual solicitation is going to drop soon. And that's like the new big contract. So whoever wins that, they're good for a long time.
What are we talking? Millions of dollars?
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So how accurate is War Dogs?
Yeah. The movie War Dogs, how accurate is that?
I don't know if I've watched that one.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
Jonah Hill
Jonah
and-
Hill.
Have you,
I don't think
Miles
I've seen
Teller?
that.
have you traveled to conflict zones and sold your shit out
Oh,
of a
okay.
trunk
I know
of
what
a
movie
car?
you're talking about.
Oh, are you thinking
Nick Cage.
Nick? Yeah,
Jonah
that
Hill.
movie.
Yeah. Well, that's Jonah
that's
Hill's-
Lord of War.
Yeah, Lord of War.
Lord of
and then
War,
you got
No, not
War
a Lord
Dogs.
of War kind of thing. We don't travel into the conflict zone to sell stuff and sell off our aircraft. All what's on our aircraft to the locals.
Missed opportunity, dude. Bring a booth.
Well, what's the
Bring a booth.
is the import export of these tubes regulated by the government?
Absolutely,
And then
yes, yes.
so you have to import them to build your systems in the first place, and then if you sell to a foreign a person even, but especially like a foreign government or military, there's got to be some red tape there, right?
Yeah. So the way it works is the housing itself, which is what we make, and the lens assembly included in that is considered EAR 99, which allows us to export without having to get an ITAR license.
Okay.
If there's an image tube included, which is the part that does the magic, then you need an ITAR license and you need to get approval from the State Department to ship it to that customer or that country, that end user.
And that's like you have to have a certification to do ITAR, then you have to get permission as well for the individual sale.
Is it called ITARD?
ITAR, yeah.
Okay.
International Trade and Arms Regulation.
Division.
Oh, division, right? Because I'm just thinking for the future.
ITAR.
If you guys are doing, retards as kind of 3D images, that would be fun. But whatever. So hologram.
What are you talking about? Like
retards.
3D printing handicapped people?
Both, both the printing of it and then also the holograms. Where if it's just like, hey, it's the holidays, I want you to sing Jingle Bells, and then you could click on ITARD. I'm just saying it's a different version of it, but you could have Mariah Carey too, and then ITARD, and then somebody else, Frank Sinatra.
I would take that into a karaoke bar. Like, hey, you guys shut it down. My tard's going to do the rest.
But is it your tard? No, it's ITARD.
Well,
and then you set up the hologram, and then
or
boom,
our
you're good
tard.
to go. Yeah, or ours. It depends if you
It
guys
kind
are
of sounds
sharing
like an
one.
Apple
If you're a
product,
collectivist
honestly.
piece of
Would
shit.
we-
That's what I'm saying.
We
Apple
need
is
a
behind
license
it.
for that?
A license for that? No, because it's only domestic.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not appropriate to share your iTard with foreigners.
You don't do it overseas.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's got overseas tards. We're doing it locally here.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked.
Yeah. Thank you for that. But has there ever been somebody you shipped to illegally where you're like, hey, dude,
No.
You're trying to get him to admit to a crime.
Yeah,
Is it a crime?
No, it was-
Is it a fucking crime?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You said
we would go to-
illegally. What do you
we would
think
go to
that word
prison.
means?
Well, I mean, just like, oh, hey, dude, I really need this for this one sweet kill.
We have had people. Yes, people have come to us and been like, "Hey, I need this." So we're like, "Okay, where are you from?" They're from
Wherever,
some Middle Eastern
yeah.
country. We're like, "No, we can't sell this to you.
Syria.
I'm sorry."
I'm from Syria.
Yeah.
Good example. No, we
Okay.
cannot sell to you. I'm sorry. And
But
there's a whole.
bro, you don't understand. I
They-
paid. I double pay, bro.
They try. But no, there's a search engine. There's multiple agencies that control goods and commerce. You have the BIS, and then you have the State Department. State Department would be stuff that's on the munitions list, which would be ITAR. Anything else is through the BIS. And that's where EAR is, which where our stuff's year 99.
Yeah.
Any new product, if it's like really new and it's a defense product specifically, we have to go and get a classification from them to tell us whether we need a license or not. But we do a search on any foreign customer. We have to make sure that they can receive it, even though it's a year 99 item. So we have to do a search to make sure that any alias, their address, their country they're from, is okay to ship to.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to check all that stuff.
And what happened if you guys got popped shipping illegally? Is that kind of the end
I
of the
would go
company?
to prison.
You would?
Yeah, I'm
No
a responsible
shit.
person
Yeah.
for the company.
Jeff
yeah.
specifically.
What are you looking at jail time wise for something like that?
A long time.
Have you looked into
And a
it?
lot of money.
Well, I'm sure people have offered a lot of money where you're like, all right, fuck.
No.
How much is the
No,
dollar amount
it is
where you're
not
like,
worth it.
really?
A day in prison, not worth it.
Because of your build or? I'm kidding.
Oh.
I mean, you'd be first to get raped, but I'm totally joking. Hey, I think you get past one or two guys. But is that ever a thought process where you see these movies and you're like, shit, man, if somebody offered $10 million for all the shit that I had in the warehouse, and then I could kind of walk away and go to.
I'd rather do it
No.
legally and make 40 million instead.
Okay, makes sense.
Because there's legal avenues. There are ways to still sell that product. You just have to go through the proper way to do it.
But it takes so fucking
What about
long.
Antarctica? Are we going to see penguins with night vision?
Yeah.
Probably not. But I guarantee you they're using night vision in Antarctica, though. Right?
Oh, shit, penguins?
No, not penguins, but.
Oh.
Yeah, the penguins themselves, yeah. They're
No,
pretty smart.
What I'm curious about is what's going to happen with space. Because there is an application for night vision in space.
Oh, yeah. Just, I mean, with white tubes, for example, just the ones that's basically just like you can see so much farther into space with something like that than you can
Dark side
with
of the moon.
just
Yeah.
with just your eyeball.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
starlight is enough
Yeah.
to allow you to see with night
Yeah.
vision. Just starlight
Yeah.
illumination. So,
I mean,
like you said, dark side of the
fucking
moon.
dope. Yeah.
Do you guys sell White Tubes Matter shirts?
Oh, that's
you
a
should.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Write that down. They do make a bunch of
Take it.
cool
It's
stuff.
off
we
the
should-
cuff. I'm not going to charge you for
We
it.
should do
Don't worry
green
about it.
tubes matter. Everyone buys white phosphor tubes. No one's buying
That's
green
true,
tubes
yeah.
anymore.
That's
And it's
because
like
I like them better. I don't.
they're more comfortable on the
yeah,
eye.
they're more comfortable on the eye, and they also, I think, in my opinion, they are a little bit more versatile, looking from light to no light.
Yes, well, that's
Fair,
the whole
yeah.
idea. It's more
Contrast.
natural.
Yeah.
That bluish white image, that pale blue image, is much more
Yeah.
natural to your eyes.
Like just for this is a quick sales pitch on. You can tell them what this model is in a sec. What's all in here or whatever. But you've been in my backyard, right?
Oh, yeah.
So pitch black in my section, and then to the left, my neighbor's got string lights and shit.
Yep.
So it's kind of lit up over there. It's pitch black on my side. I'm looking through into the pitch darkness. There's some starlight, but not that much that night, right? And I can see perfectly clear. And I look right over to the light source where old Gen 2, 3 night vision would get washed out. Green tubes sometimes, a lot of times would get washed out, and I can't see shit, and I have to adjust everything. I just look right over there, and I can still see perfectly clear.
Yep.
That's why I prefer them.
Wasn't there a deer too?
Yeah, there's always deer out there. Because
There's
I put
always deer.
corn out. I spend like fucking $200 a week on corn.
Yeah, it's just so you can see the deer.
Yeah. I just like looking at them. You know
Actually,
what
that's a good application for these hunters. They use them
Oh.
to get
Oh,
to
yeah.
their tree stand at night without using light.
100%. And look, I was over at Matt Best's house. He's got a ton of this shit, and that was the first time I used it. And I mean, it's crazy how far you can see and what you can see with these things on. I almost wish we could do this whole show with like a green lens around it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
put a
Joel
filter
can
on
do
I
it.
rigged one
Do
up
it
to
in
a
post.
camera.
And you can
filter on
attach
it.
them. If we turn the lights off, you could attach a pair
to the
those.
camera?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You could.
hilarious.
Or at least put it in front long
There's an
enough
idea.
Joel, do it in post, all right? Now that you've got a trailer out back.
Oh, it's not the same. You got to do it live.
Yeah.
Do the real
Is it
thing.
possible to do it live?
I think we need to redo
You can
Predator.
strap this. The monocular can get attached right to the front of the lens,
No fucking
and you can film
way,
through
dude.
it. Yeah.
Wow. That's dope. So how much is that?
It's like a maybe $50 adapter on Amazon.
That's it?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Look at us, dude. Do you sell those?
Nope.
Oh.
Amazon does.
We'll go to your
Amazon.
products.
I'll
yeah.
buy one.
Yeah.
I'll buy one and bring it in, and we'll fuck around with
That'd
it.
be sweet. But we'll stick to your products here. So what's the lowest amount something like this goes for, and what's the highest?
If you get a monocular, just one eye, you're talking like $2,500.
And is that meant for somebody like Dan Crenshaw?
Well, it's basically the same.
Well, he's
as
only got
this.
one eye.
It's the same as this, except only one half.
Yeah, that's same as
But-
Dan Crenshaw. It's only got one eye. So, I mean, somebody like him would be really good for.
It'd look cooler
Well,
too, but
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose.
Okay. But you can just say, "Hey, Dan, I know you
I don't
lost
think
an eye."
binoculars. I don't think binoculars would be good for someone that only has one eye.
Sure
so I
aren't,
agree.
dude.
you could leave a
But
tube out of
someone
one
that has
side.
2 eyes, you can still operate perfectly fine with a monocular. You don't get as good depth perception, but at least you can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting it for hunting and stuff, binocular probably isn't the worst idea, to be honest. Instead of because chances are, if you're spending that much money on your hunting setup, you might have a thermal on your actual weapon.
Yeah.
Right. So having a monocular just to be able to walk around and get to where you're going, and then maybe do just spotting, and then using the thermal to fucking image and shoot is probably the way I would do it.
That's
frankly.
generally the go-to. Usually the night vision's for navigation, and then the thermal would be for engagement.
And actually, so my brother recently did a photo shoot with a bow, and tried using the night vision to shoot with a bow at night. You can with a monocular, it's better because you're too close to the string with the right pod on the
rip
rhino.
that thing off your
So
face.
just using the left side, you can actually shoot in the dark with a bow really easily. And the application for that is bow fishing.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. And then what does that run you?
It's the same as
Same thing.
$2,500.
Okay.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was different per thing or how it works. And what's the highest end one you got?
It can go higher, but 12,000, I would say.
12 grand. And what does that get you?
That's two. So that's a binocular, and that would be higher performing image tubes.
Okay.
You can get
Better
lower than that
resolution.
2,500 number too, but you got to get cheaper tubes for that. You can get them; they're just not as good.
Now, if I'm straight, do I still get a binocular, or is there something else?
That's up to you.
I haven't gone by yet. Yet. I want to stress that. Like that's a all caps yet.
Well, there's also quad nods, which is like where you
Those are the
Fuck
we
yes,
have some.
dude.
no arms, no legs.
Yes.
Are they here?
Full fucking quad. You got the quads, dude? Yeah. Pop them up. Hey, you can
Oh,
you can
shoot.
walk
Hold on,
up,
hold on,
dude.
hold on.
You don't have
Yeah,
to.
he's got him right here.
whole case
This
is
is
right here. There you
What's
go.
his name? Have him walk around on set. Let's see him.
This is Corey.
Let's see
This
him
is
there.
Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Actually, he's a drinking bro. He's how we got hooked up.
Yep.
in the
What's
first
up,
place.
Corey?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, dude. What do we got here? Let me see these things.
Corey's the homie.
That's a similar set to what Dan has. Those has L3 tubes in it. Dan's set has Photonis tubes in them.
There you go. So the Photonis, the cool thing about those is they see better
These are really light. Holy shit.
when you're dealing with mixed light and stuff. So actually, someone did a really cool post I saw the
It
other
may or may
day.
not have a battery in it.
If you have a room that's
Wanna
lit
grab me a
and
battery
you
cord?
look at that room, the detail, and there's somebody standing in the window, they had a target and they had like a rifle drawn on it. On L3 and Elbit, the rifle got washed out. You couldn't tell if they were
Yeah.
holding a weapon.
Yeah.
On the Photonis, you can see it. It doesn't get as washed out. Different tubes work a little bit differently and have different strengths and weaknesses. That's more convoluted stuff. I could spend
Bright in
hours
here,
talking
but
about that kind of stuff
it'll
with
work.
you guys, but
Yeah.
but yeah, there's different like for example, L3 has the best low light performance and like super low light. But they can get washed out a little easier, lose resolution and mixed light, whereas like Photonis, for example, they don't get as washed out. They maintain their resolution in
Yeah.
mixed lighting environments.
That's why I love these things.
These are fucking dope. How much are these
Thank
the
you,
ones that
Corey.
I'm holding right now?
Probably.
Oh, what's he got? Is that the aluminum or
Probably 7,000 to 8,000.
Yeah, I think 8 for those.
$7,000 or $8,000.
Ross, you want me to hit
used
the
car.
lights?
What's
So-
that?
You want me to hit the lights?
Can you? No, it's
There's too many lights.
Yeah, the audience isn't going to see it. The
Fuck
audience
the
isn't going to be able to see it. No, I mean like on the show. It'd be cool for me, but I'm the only one where it's just like, all right, oh now the lights are down. What's up, dude? Hey, if you feel something on your
gotta go
thigh,
down.
if
You
you
gotta
feel
turn
something on
all
your
the lights
thigh,
off.
I'm
it's
in
just my
danger.
dick.
You got to turn
It's
all
just
the
my
lights
dick.
off
Oh
if you're
shit!
gonna do it.
No, but this is still pretty dope, Delco. I appreciate it. I see Gerard back there. Look at that fucker, dude. Holy shit, man.
After the
He
show,
looks
we'll-
different in night vision.
After the show, we'll
He looks
do a whole
he looks
demo.
straight in night vision. He's a gay man who's trapped inside of his own closet right now. He's going to come out later, but he looks straight in these. This is nice, Gerard. I can see him in the back now. These are amazing, by the way. So
Thank you.
these are $6,000, eight grand.
Roughly
6, 7, 8.
These are about 6.
6,800
Yeah.
to-
These Photonis tubes are about 6.
Damn,
Those
dude.
those will be.
Right.
It depends on what's in there. So different tubes, even from the same manufacturer, different prices.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at 7,500.
7,500 for these.
8,000, depending. I don't know exactly what they installed in there. So
I could see myself developing a kink looking through these. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, all right, cool. I can
Then
see
you
the
can't.
neighbors.
You have to wear them all the time.
Yep.
Like you can't see in color anymore and come.
And I'm asking the doctors
blue.
to change
Yeah.
my eyes. Could you guys? I'm calling your company. Can you change my eyes? What? I know. Just put something over the iris to make it. I want to see.
you know that's the ultimate goal of doing contact lenses or glasses, just straight up glasses. that
It's
people
gonna be
use
there.
too.
What do you
We're
think?
Far away from that.
10 years?
No, well, you never know when they're going to make that leap. So there's a new type of light wave technology that basically it works almost the same as these screen protectors on your phone.
Yeah.
But it's 2 layers. So one layer has grain or something. It's some pattern that goes horizontal, and the other one goes vertical.
Mm-hmm.
And when you turn them both horizontal, you can see right through it. If you turn one vertical, then you can't see anything
polarizing.
through it. Polarizing.
Polarizing, yeah.
There's something to that tech that might allow for what light filtering to be improved by something thin on your eyeball at some point, but we have no idea.
For light
how-
filtering, you
yeah.
can do that. But for light amplification,
For amplification,
light
it's going to be
vision,
a problem,
different
yeah.
thing.
But it could be like a separate device for amplification. But who knows? I don't think we're anywhere close to that because it needs a power source, right?
I
Unless-
think, but rectally, if you're able to put something back there, power source wise, then
Sure, you could. I mean, you could wirelessly power it.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Rectally is probably the best place to do that because you're on the go all the time and everything. Like, there's no other place.
There's
to
storage
put it.
location. Just
If you're not going to sit
Yeah.
down, I guess.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Watertight.
No need. Yeah. Well, I mean,
there you
for
go.
that kink, that particular kink, I'm usually standing up because I see that this is where this is going for me. What? I'm going to give my wife a handful of corn, send her out in the woods at night, and then
Not
you know,
judging.
Yeah, we don't judge. We don't kink shame here on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're into.
No.
Put some antlers on her.
Yeah, bare feet.
IR. An IR strobe. And then you
What
have
is
to find
IR?
Each other. Infrared.
Infrared.
So
Oh,
night
okay.
vision sees infrared.
Gotcha.
So the whole idea is you can emit an infrared light that's not visible to the naked eye, but the night vision can see it. So you can see perfectly fine in a dark environment because you have illumination that people can't see.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
infrared is really cheap too. Like you can convert standard light into infrared, or you can just get straight infrared. You can buy this little cap that goes on the top of a 9-volt battery, and it costs like $12. So
All
that
right.
part's super cheap. It's this. It's
Yeah.
it's
It's
the
the
light
expensive part.
amplification and the power it requires to do that is
Yep.
the hang up for making it smaller or whatever. I mean, there's always, in any industry that involves tactical shit, it's always like larger. It's like cell phones too. Larger to smaller, then better, more efficient, then more rugged or whatever, right? There's always these fucking peaks and valleys and shit like this. Where are we now? What's the next thing that we're trying to achieve in night vision?
Some stuff we can't disclose,
Sure.
unfortunately. Sorry, guys.
Well, I just mean like
Fucking
I'm
losers.
sorry.
I just
dude.
mean like industry wide. What are people asking for
There's
now?
a big push to move digital. So basically, like a CMOS sensor is pretty much what's in your phone. But,
Yeah.
trying to use that to capture infrared and low light.
There's a push to move to a better generation of technology that works better. Lighter weight. There's a huge push for lighter weight, and just making things smaller, more compact, and use less energy.
Less energy would be the one I would be concerned about because that battery pack.
These are like free
Yeah.
free as far as energy goes. You get
Like
off of
96
one of these
hours?
image tubes, you get like 48 hours on a single CR123 battery. That's a lot of runtime, constant runtime.
Yeah, because this particular battery has 96 hours of juice on it.
Is
right?
it a double A?
This
think.
is just a counterweight, but yeah, the battery.
Oh,
the battery pack.
Yeah, that pack.
Oh, so it's got a special.
It's
pack.
got about 96 hours worth of battery on it on that one, I think, which would run both of those for like fucking almost 2 days.
So the panos have 4 image tubes, so they would run these for 48 hours. That one pack.
Hold that up to camera there, because that's cool as shit. Look at that.
That's a lot.
thing.
That's, by the way,
These are
48
expensive.
hours on one battery charge for a fucking Panos is ridiculous.
That's what Matt had. So it was attached to a helmet, and then you put it on. We were running around late at night drunk doing weird
I
shit.
bet you Matt's doesn't do that though.
It does not.
That's because these are the only ones that
I was
do
going
that.
to say, he'd be real jealous of that.
So
Holy shit.
Actually, these are the same as what Matt has. Mm-hmm. This is the GPME G18. These run about $40,000.
Yeah.
But we have this bridge here that allows you to detach this pod and attach it to this, and it gives you that.
He's going to be real
So
jealous
the
about
whole
that.
point of that is instead of being stuck with the helmet like this, and you can hit this off stuff. It's a snag hazard. It's a counter. It's a big giant weight on the front of your head that's pulling down. When you fold them back, it moves the center of gravity back, so it's a lot more comfortable for the user.
And when you have them deployed, you can move one out of the way and do your fucking administrative shit, put it
Yep.
back, and get back to work.
Yeah.
sweet.
It's the first of its kind. I don't know why it took people so long to figure this shit the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Do you have to patent that?
It's so obvious.
So we have a patent pending right now on it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because usually that's the deal. I mean, we got into this again with the seltzer and weird shit where you realize each goddamn thing could have a trademark or a patent on it, and even something folding up like that.
Yep.
Just to fold it up, that is a patent you will own, and then everybody else will have to license that from you.
Yep.
And going forward, do you have, 100, 200 patents pending?
No, I wish we had that many. No, we have 2 patents pending right now. There's some other stuff we designed that we could have, but we missed the mark. When you invent something and then disclose it publicly,
Yep.
You have 1 year to file for a patent.
Correct.
After that, it's public.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah. Or file extensions on it. Dan and I have one too, where it's just it's got to be in use.
Yeah, if you filed, you can do an extension.
Yeah.
But if you didn't file, you missed the boat.
Well, if you get even if you file, if you're first to file, but you don't put it into use and you don't file extensions, you lose your
Yeah, you
trademark
lose it, and then
too, or your
yeah.
patent
But
then.
you
It
have
sucks.
time. There's a lot of stuff that goes into all that, but yeah, if you don't extend your patent, then you're basically
Yeah.
opening it up. So
Yeah, the lesson is to get a good business attorney that knows what the fuck they're doing. If you're going to start a business that involves inventing things, not even things, but processes as well, you can patent a process.
Right.
So if there's a specific process that you used to develop that piece, nobody can then come and build a factory remaking your process to try to steal your idea. It's designed to keep people from just stealing the fucking production side.
Yeah,
because
because you put time, effort, and money into this stuff, and then for someone else to see it, you've already done the work. They can figure out what you did by seeing it.
Oh yeah.
But they didn't do the work to do it. So you're protecting your investment.
Same with Goof Juice, man. Somebody took it after the show, so we can't have it.
Yeah, do you guys know about Goof Juice?
Did you guys listen to that episode last week?
Wait, hold on. You guys
did not.
said Goof Juice, and then someone used that to name a product?
Yeah, and it's again, I hate to go back to ITARD, but here we are. You forced me into doing it. It's basically retard strength in a can, so it's better than an energy drink.
It's an energy drink that gives you retarded strength.
Correct.
Right? The problem is that it also dilutes your IQ by about 35 points.
Right, and each can has 2 drops of blood from an actual
Is it alcohol?
Yeah.
retard.
No
It's
alcohol.
just energy.
No sugar added, no
It'd be
alcohol.
like the original Four Loko. We're not doing that. This is just strength and energy, and it's for professionals. I wouldn't recommend like a college kid doing it, but like somebody trying to set PRs in the gym.
Or if you need to tear like a phone book in half or something.
Yeah, or the like a car door off. It's because it's a lot for emergencies. Fieldcraft survival. We'll be talking to those guys about putting a can in a bag, and
We've
that
been
way, get in a car accident. You need the jaws
Yeah,
of life. They're not
100%.
there yet.
Just rip it open.
Just put it in your IFAC.
Boom,
right?
Goof
In case-
Juice.
Yeah.
You rip off your own door and save your
We've
family.
also talked to Popeye about replacing spinach with it.
Correct. They were very mixed on that.
Yeah. Mixed greens.
Yeah, they were mixed, but that's what it is, right? You say something, you get it out into the world,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Hey, do you have a patent for that?"
That's why he's so
No.
cagey. You got to be careful what you say because then some other asshole will figure out what he's talking about and try to do it
Exactly.
themselves.
And I know what you're doing, by the way.
Well, there's people who have already part of engineering and R&D is research and then development. So you figure out what other people have done. How can you do it better, or how can you do something differently than them that does the job better than them? But you have to see what others have done first. So one, you don't copy what they're doing inadvertently, because more than one person can come up with the same idea.
Yeah, Yeah, and you don't want duplication of effort because that's a complete waste of your time.
And then to find out that someone else did it, you're like,
it sucks, dude.
So that's why you do research on patents and other designs and prior art, because if there's prior art, even if it's not protected, someone else did it. It's not good to just copy what other people did, unless there's like one way to do it. Like, for example, a hinging binocular is not a new concept. A lot of other companies are doing it. It's a standard now.
But somebody has the patent for that hinge, right?
No, this is not patented at all. It's just
really?
Just a hinging.
The first couple of companies that did it probably didn't patent it.
Oh, and they got stuck.
And now it's free use.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, the PVS 15s technically did it. They did it for interpupillary distance, I believe. They don't articulate far enough, but from there it evolved. You know, we were lucky because nobody had ever tried to make an energy drink that both gave you superhuman strength plus mental retardation.
Yeah.
See, that's your unique thing.
Physical, too.
It's novel.
Yeah, it is. But I know what you're
over
talking
time, physical retardation.
Yes.
Like your forehead gets bigger and bigger as time goes on.
With prolonged use.
Yeah. But same with porn. I thought I invented the standing up 69. And then when I saw it on a video and I looked at the timestamp, I was like, fuck, dude, I didn't do that.
Someone beat you to it.
Yeah, and I wish I would have patented it when I first done it. But at the time, I had a lot of lower body strength, and it's as you get older, it's just not there anymore. So
it tends to fade with age. I mean, you can keep up with it, but time's against us.
Yeah, it sure is. My standing up 69 days are over, and that's more for safety. Obviously, I got kids and shit, and if I dropped her, well, she's dead.
Yeah, and then you have to explain to them why your back's fucked up.
Yeah, and then
mom's dead, back's fucked up. Dad, what happened?
Yeah, how'd you lose your? How did mom die?
Well, you're lucky. I've got a patent.
Standing up 69. I was going for the patent, kids. Yeah. And then I dropped her, and she hit her head on the tub.
You just show them the patent application.
Exactly.
Right. There's diagrams in there and everything.
Didn't someone recently die from their girlfriend?
Choking
them to death?
Yeah.
What, squeezing them? What?
Yeah.
What?
Did you hear about this?
I'm sure that happens all the
She
time.
was on top. She's choking the shit out
with
of
like her legs or some shit?
No, with her hands. And so here's what. Oh, this gets darker. He was fucking dead, but was still hard. And she just kept fucking going.
Jesus.
And then, Bob, what was it? Did she end up going back for seconds?
She decapitated him, right?
That's right. I think she cut his head off.
Okay, see, I don't think she accidentally strangled a man.
No, it ramps up, right? Once you know the guy is dead and you've gotten off, you're like, well, shit, could I have another orgasm? Maybe if I cut the fucker's head off.
She's dedicated. I mean,
yeah. Look,
I don't know. I feel like the blood loss from the decapitation would make the cock go soft.
That's what I thought too. But I think rigor mortis sets in, right? With a hard dick.
I don't know how long that takes.
2 hours.
2 hours. So I think, Bob, correct me if I'm wrong, but she was with the body for 6 to 8 in the same room?
I guess if you had priapism and started to develop rigor mortis at the same time, that would probably stick, yeah.
That would be sweet.
Because you would have coagulated blood stuck in your cock.
To quote Oppenheimer, theory only gets you so far.
Sure does.
Like, this woman did it.
Yeah. She fucking did it, dude.
Yeah, that's science. Right, and you can't arrest somebody for science.
You really can't. And if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And she was doing what she loved. Now she's going to prison for life.
I think she's getting
sucks.
charged with accidental homicide or something like that.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was accidental at that point, right?
No, because she chopped up the body.
Yeah, I mean,
she chopped up the body later.
Decapitated
it was a
somebody.
whole fucking thing.
No, what I'm talking about is something else. This chick. It was accidental. And she's getting charged with accidental homicide. This was
really
recent. Yeah, and I think it was with her thighs, not her hands.
Oh, I think about that a lot. Where you're like, hey, dude, how far can we take this?
But
tonight?
I think the dude was going down on her, and she.
Locked him up.
Yeah.
Shit.
Man.
Yeah.
Whose mugshot is that? That white pasty chick in the middle, that fat chick. Pop that up.
This is the chick.
Well, here's
That's
the one.
her?
Here's the one you're talking about. Wisconsin woman convicted of killing and dismembering. Blah blah blah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's her.
Now is that also
But
a
this is a
whale
different
7?
one.
Yeah, this is Wendy Thomas.
Wendy.
Wendy from Wendy's.
Wow, was that the actual Wendy?
Damn, dude, she looks
doesn't have red
rough,
hair
man.
anymore.
What happened?
She didn't have red hair anymore.
Oh, she used to have heavies too.
No. She might still.
Yeah, pan down a little bit. We got a full body shot of this
What
whore.
city and state is
Oh, I'm
this
sorry.
in,
This
Bob?
wasn't sexual. She used just her general body weight to crush him to death.
Erie,
Oh, all right.
Erie,
wow.
Pennsylvania.
Some people like that.
Erie, Pennsylvania. There you go. Dumbest state in the United States.
Hey, whoa! That's
That's
where I'm
a state
from.
of
Yeah,
Ohio.
whoa.
Well, that's where Fetterman's from, guys. So you want to keep going? But Bob, let's show that full body image for Dan there because it's exactly what he's thinking. Dan, look at that.
Oh yeah.
She's a biggin. She's a real big in this one.
That's diabetes right there.
Boy. Is she taking up a whole cell or does she have a roommate?
Probably a whole cell.
She really killed a guy,
But she's going to get smaller over time because she'll lose both of those feet.
Yeah, maybe.
To the beatus.
Maybe. I always wonder how that works out. People get thinner in prisons. Some people get fatter.
No, I mean, like, because she's going to have her feet amputated.
Well,
because of the beatus.
Diabetes.
One would hope you shake a few pounds, in solitary confinement, but maybe not. I don't know how that works. 480 pounds.
Wow.
Son of a bitch, man.
The food can't be that good.
One would imagine. Now's the point in the show we get to the Drinking Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helped you become the person you are today. We'll start with you first. Who would you like to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to?
Oh, geez. I hate being
Corey
put on the
really
spot.
should have prepared you for this.
He didn't tell me to be ready for that
It's
one.
every goddamn.
No,
It's every
true.
fucking
I remember.
show.
No,
It's every show
true.
for
Corey's
fucking
gonna be
8
my
years.
drinking bro.
1,600 episodes, I think we're on. 1,700
Honestly,
somewhere.
Yeah, I actually told Corey I would nominate him as a drinking bro.
Really?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Why? Why Corey?
Corey's a big fan of the show. He's a gentleman.
He's all
He has
what-
a true
and
drinking bro.
What's that bullshit
He's the
title he
homie.
made up for himself?
Well, secretary.
Director of Secretarial Affairs or
Yeah,
some bullshit. What is it? Services.
The head of secretarial services.
yeah.
He gave himself that title.
Yeah.
It's
Made
on
his own
desk.
business cards.
I'm a big fan, okay?
I like that.
He has
like that.
he has the full thing on the desk too. He really went all out.
He's got a very neatly trimmed beard, too,
Yeah.
and I like that.
cute.
How about you? Who's somebody who inspired you to get this company going?
Well, not necessarily the company. It happened out of a hobby, so it was natural. It happened. I will say, oh man. Oh, Ed? Yeah, I mean, he was a mentor. He didn't inspire it, but he was a huge mentor. Ed Wilcox, he's unfortunately passed. He was out of California. He was a kind of a guru in the night vision space when it came to the old PVS 5s and the Anvis 10s, which were the predecessor to these panos. He was like the guy to go to for that. He taught me a lot about night vision and mentored me and, sent me a lot of information I needed to learn and to know. And he allowed me to get to where we are today in a faster way. We would have eventually got there, but he helped catalyze this whole thing before it actually became a company. So I could definitely give it to him. I was going to say Thomas Jefferson otherwise, but he's not a...
What did he do?
Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah, anything
He had
important?
some slaves,
I did
didn't
a
he?
couple things.
Yeah, did he knock up a slave?
I don't know.
Probably a few, but more so what he did.
I think it was just the one Sally, whatever, right?
Yeah, what was Sally's last name, Bob? Last time I was at your house, you have a picture of her right when you walk into the foyer.
Just Google the slave Thomas Jefferson plow.
Yeah, the slave in Rob's living room.
Sally
the
Hemings.
Picture. Sally
Hemings.
Hemings, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think we need a Sally Hemings Day. It's like a Mistress Day. We have
Yeah.
Secretary's Day.
We sure do.
We don't have Mistress Day? What
We
the
don't
fuck,
have a Mistress Day. That'd
There's
be
a
nice.
day for everything now.
There is a day
Sure
for
is,
everything.
dude.
There's a whole month for Gaylord bullshit.
Today's Rascal Flats Day, it says here. So
I don't think that's right.
there's a day for everything, though. Tell everybody where they can find your website and how to purchase some of this.
NocturnIndustries.com, Nocturn Industries.com. A lot of people spell it with an E because that's the right way to
Nocturne
spell it.
like nocturnal.
Yep.
Promo code Drinkin' Bros gets you 50% off over there right now. Totally kidding.
That's a lot.
Hey, you.
You guys will be sold out in like an hour, dude. With our audience, I can promise you that. Definitely don't try to use a promo code over there.
Yeah.
It will not work at all. We appreciate you guys being on the show. This was fun. Good luck with your company. Hopefully, you get that big deal with the DOD and you're on your way.
Promo code Drinkin' Bros could get you 15% off, though.
Really?
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Shit. Pop it up. Let us know on the back end, and we'll release the show in like a week, and that way you'll have time to get it up and going.
Up and going.
Yeah. How about that?
Corey's doing it right now.
There we go. There we go. All right,
He's logged into
perfect.
Shopify on his phone.
Say that website one more time.
NocturnIndustries.com.
All right, promo code Drinkin' Bros, 15% off. Bob will put the link in that description.
That's
here in the audio
1-5.
feed. Yeah,
Just to be clear once again.
1-5. Hear my voice.
And it isn't just
15% off.
It isn't just housings and tubes and shit like that. They have all kinds of peripherals as
We
well.
got
Fun
shirts.
merch. You've seen me wear it on the show before. The bat with the nods
Oh, yeah,
on.
yeah,
and shit
yeah.
Oh,
like
here,
that.
hold on.
Yeah, there you go. You can turn
Yeah.
around for
They
us.
have super cool fucking designs.
There you go.
There's another one.
Boom. Look at that ass, too.
Steven does all those designs.
That's
Shout
an
out to
ass from the
Steven.
Shire right there, brother.
Sure is, dude. Thanks for that Shire ass.
Straight out the
show.
Shire.
We appreciate
And
it.
I work on
clarification, that's 15% off the housings. So
The what?
the housings, the
Well,
products.
and
we make.
anything on our
anything else.
store, any merch, any housings, any accessories, any of that stuff. The only thing that we won't be able to discount is the image tubes. and the
Okay.
lenses.
Because it's a
That's-
third party, right?
Yeah, well, it's the third party, and those are we don't really have much of a markup on those anyways. We try to keep our prices down. One of the things that we do is try to make our systems more affordable than competitors.
That's awesome.
So in order to do that, your markup on certain things has to be low.
Okay. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys being on the show. Best of luck with your company, and hopefully you'll get that massive deal, dude, and you're all rich as shit.
Yeah, I wish that'd be one
And
day.
then you'll
We're
come
working on
back
it. We're
here
trying.
and say, hey, guys.
Try our best.
Let's start Goof Juice.
Yeah.
Hey,
I want to invest in Goof Juice.
We'll hold 10% of Goof Juice for you.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case, dude. Just in case you need to rip a door off a car. Thanks for tuning in, kids. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. 7,400 reviews on Spotify. You get it over 10. Shut the fuck up forever. You know the rules on this show, kids. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.